All right, here we go. Hello, folks. We're going to be doodling our way through the forgotten history of mankind to the distant past, or is it? Or is it our future? I don't know. But it's all very mysterious, isn't it? This image, I guess, was centered around that helmet. What I had an idea, I've been walking around with the idea of this headdress mixed with wires and technology and it's kind of a Aztec looking. Is it Aztec, or Mayan, or Inca or Incan? What is the proper way to say that? I don't know. Um. Anyway, some Mesoamerican-ish helmet, ancient Mesoamerican empire, or would they even be ancient? I don't need like the Mayans weren't. They were gone. I don't know. I gotta stop trying to sound smart here. They were a couple hundred years ago. Cortez and Pizarro. Pizarro killed the Inca. But yeah, and I'm getting off track. Anyway, back to the drawing. So this was based around that helmet, um, and or that headdress, and I was thinking about just adding technology to it. By technology, I mean wires, right? What's more evocative of technology than wires, especially in this wireless age? Um, and the just a mishmash of different ideas and tropes. Uh, the guy has a Roman skirt, and this is I'm just sort of commentating on it after the fact. I'm kind of noticing what I did here, and a big thick WWF belt. And what I was thinking of doing for that belt was throwing like a printed circuit board, a look to it, kind of like your motherboard on your PC. I really didn't have enough space to do that, so we did what we did there. And that skull. Of course, you gotta have a skull. And I'm making this up as I go along here with that whole story. What I was doing, I didn't have any of those plot points in mind. Just I was just drawing. I was just doodling, really. And I'm making up this mumbo jumbo as I go along here. And that skull would be so that guy. That here's the story, right? That priest is big tech, and that skull is you. That's what happens to you after you plug into the machine. And he's offering you up to aliens above. So we got some ancient aliens happening there above us. Although maybe they're not that ancient. Maybe they're very new. They're timeless. They don't need time. They have no use for time anymore. But that's what's happening here. So if you're looking for sanity, you're not finding it. I'm loving these pens, man. I'm surprised. I'm really sad I didn't use them before. Go out and see if I can find myself another pack of them before long. Anyway, just piling up detail. Those helmets or those headdresses from back then and there. I'm being careful not to say which group may have used that. But those helmets were super ornate with all kinds of crazy stuff happening. Detail, mind-blowing levels of detail. Kaboom. See, you can see me twitching my hands here as I'm looking, trying to see if I got the foreshortening right. And I fixed that hand. I didn't like the way it was looking, that hand on the left. I don't know what was bothering me so much. I shouldn't care so much than just doodling, but I get a little um uptight about it. It's just a doodle too. I'm just sketching around. I shouldn't. And the stones are trying to come up with a good way, to make it look to give you to give that sense of perspective or a distance and size. And that is primarily the reason I added that guard the spear bearers along the sides, just to try to, and on the top it just says Anunnaki. That's what it says, if you can't read that. Those spear bearers, to create that sense of size, because nothing is better at creating that sense of scale than some figures, forcing that perspective. Goes off into the distance. But I'll try to tighten that up with the brush and paint. That acrylic, that black acrylic paint is great. I'm loving that little trick. I never would have tried that in the past. I don't know why I'm doing that now. Just ended up working out. You know what? I got sick of sketching. I got sick of shading forever and ever. It's taking forever to fill up those spaces. It's really not a difficult job, actually. I'm just super lazy. Getting lazy. Shading is too much work, so you can use the watercolor effect of the acrylics, and then you can switch back over to the deep rich black of the acrylic. What else is going on? I got dinged by YouTube for copyright claims, so they pulled some videos down. Which is weird. There are these websites where you can get a free music or ambient music, just like these 30-second loops is what I grab and just kind of play it in the background to fill up the dead space, and they pegged it for a copyright claim, so they pulled these videos down, and I don't have the stuff to remake it, so I'm not even going to bother with them. I don't think anybody's watching them anyway. But it's really strange because the sites are listed as copyright, or they're free of copyright, and you can use them for, some of them specifically say for YouTube. Not that I guess it would matter where you were using them, but they just mention it. They just mention YouTube. But the music was listed as free, and then you get this copyright. I don't know if it's a strike or a claim. Still trying to suss all that out. What's the difference between a strike and a claim, and maybe it only affects you more if you're a monetized channel kind of thing. I don't know. I don't know, but I wonder how that could be, that if it says it's free, you still get nailed. I mean, I know everything's kind of goofy, but just something to be cautious of, I guess, in the future. And maybe I'll make a version of this without background stuff, without ambient music, and one with, just so I have a backup, or we can reload it real quick if it need be. Or I could hum in the dead spaces. That would be great. I'll hum my own tunes. Maybe someone would make a copyright claim on that. I'll just have to make random songs up, or any Christmas, or some public domain songs. Hum some public domain. Alright, so yeah, I love this water stuff. It's water stuff. It's watercolor. Acrylic color. Acrylic-y watercolor. Working through this figure, just trying it, and I'm not really doing any kind of shadow properly, or light and dark, where the light source is coming from. What I'm just trying to do is highlight stuff, and or emphasize different things with the light and dark, and giving a faux shadow. Or you know, no, these shadows I definitely wouldn't happen naturally if there was a given light source, but it's more about making it pop, pushing out the detail. Then I'm mixing it all up here using this big marker. I think I already put the paints away at that point. Anyway, I think we're getting close to the end. And if you stuck around this long, I greatly appreciate it. And thanks for taking the time to watch. It means a lot. And very appreciative. Okay, folks, if you like this, I'll be doing this again. So stop by once more. See you later. Bye.